Good morning, everyone. Today's little video is going to be on how to do mitered corners on a wrap dress. I'm working on some right now, and the pattern calls for mitered corners, but I don't particularly like the way they do it, so I'm going to show you how I do it. And there's no pressing, and you'll get this really nice mitered corner. And I'll show you how they want you to do it. They want you to press, say this is the front and this is the bottom of it. So they want you to press in, and then they want you to press the bottom up, and then they want you to press up like this, and then they're telling you to cut this off, this from this line down. They want you to cut this corner off, this little triangle, which leaves you with this. And yes, you do have the mitered corners. However, the thing I don't like about it is when you butt them up like this, you have raw edges. The way I do it, you don't have raw edges. So, and you still get away from pressing, unless you want to press. That's your, that's your decision if you want to do that. But so let's get started. I don't particularly like doing it their way, but so here's a couple of tools you're going to need. You're going to need a square. You can get these at the quilting department at your fabric store, or you can go into Walmart at the craft and get a square, but you want the graduated lines on there. And then also there's this little one. It's called Quick Easy Mitered Binding Tool. I bought this online years ago. They may have them in the store now, I don't know. But I bought this because you need this area here along with this cutoff edge. So I have these two. And then if I think most of us have a turning tool. If not, anything that's pointed that you can get up in that corner to make it pointed without poking a hole in it, is fine. But I have a wooden one and a plastic one. So let's get started. We're going to use the square first. And what you're going to do is you're going to, however, high you want your hem, that's where you're going to go. I take it between 1/2 and 1/4, this line here and this line here. And what you're going to do is you're going to line those two lines with the line, the edge of your fabric. So let's get started here, and I'm going to show you. And make sure that this dark line right here is in that corner of your fabric. And forgive me for my hand, but I got to draw a line here. Okay, so now we're done with this tool, and you have your square. So now you're going to take this one, and this is how you're going to have it at an angle like this. You're going to take this line, and line it up with the two lines you just drew. And since you have your nice little square there, you're going to make sure this line goes from that corner to this corner, to the tip there, because that gives you your nice, you'll know you're all lined up for your corner then. So go ahead and draw your line. Alright, so now you have that. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your fabric and say this is the front edge and this is the hem, the bottom. You're going to take them and you're going to put them together like this, and make sure this is the right sides here. And what you're going to do is you're going to line them up to where they're, and you got to make sure that point is pointed. If it's off, your little corner will be off. Alright, so with that, you'll take it over to your serger, and what you're going to do is you're going to put this line underneath your blade, and then you're just going to cut this off. I'm not going to do it because I've already done it. This is what it looks like. So pretend we did this on this. We've got the serged edge here, so what you're going to do, this is where this is going to come in handy now. You're going to take your little serged piece there, and you're going to put your finger way up in there, and you're going to turn this over, and then you're going to pull it out. And you notice there is a little pucker there, and there always usually is. But what you want to do is you want to get it up in there, and you see now you have a nice pointed corner. So anything that'll go up in there that won't poke a hole through it, that's what you're going to need. So now what you want to do is you want to cover stitch it, because that's what I'm doing. I mean, you can go ahead and hem it on a regular sewing machine if you want, but I'm going to show you how to get this corner right here. And that's what it looks like. And so what you're going to do is you're going to cover stitch down, and then you're going to come back over this way. But I highly suggest you do the mitered corners on both. Get them to this point like this, and then when you go down, when you start at the top, and you just keep coming down here, and then you just keep coming down, and then you go back over to the other. You'll have your corners done, in other words. So now we're going to go over to the serger, and I'm going to show you how to make it look like this. So come on over. Alright, so I decided to do it on white because my thread is black on here, because the dresses are dark, they're black, so you wouldn't be able to see it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, just like anything else, I'm going to get started on it. I'm going to do a couple of my turn downs. Alright, so now when you get down to this edge here, you want to go a couple stitches past, or at least one stitch past that seam, and I'll show you why. Alright, now I always align it with the edge right here. I always align everything with that. Oops, sorry about that. Alright. Alright, so now I'm past the seam. I'm going to release the threads, pull it out. And then I'll show you how to get that corner to where it looked like a little square diamond in there. And now trim it off. Alright, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take your right needle and you're going to line it right down in that hole right there. You're going to line them up. That's where a clear foot comes in handy. So what you're going to do is you're going to put it under there, but don't lower your foot just yet. Just sink those needles down in there, get it right into that hole. There you go. See, I've got mine in there. So now you're going to do a couple of turn downs. Okay, so now I've got my turn downs, and now I'm going to finish it off. Alright, so now I'll show you what it looks like. And like I said, it doesn't take, I think it takes shorter to do than it does to do all the pressing, to do it this way. And you get the same results. Alright, so now I'm going to trim this off. Alright, there you go. There you have it. There's your mitered corners, and most importantly, you don't have any raw edges in here, right in there. You have a real nice mitered corner without the raw edges. So try it, see if it, if you like it this way. If you do, then let me know. And again, if anybody has any requests or anything, let me know and I'll try doing them. So happy sewing, everybody.